After so long, we finally saw our two babies, Taekook, again. First, Taehyung appeared with his latest updates, and then Jungkook joined us at S.Q's party, with Mingyu performing live. This moment held special significance because it wasn't just another appearance, but a clear sign of peace. Seeing them present, active, and spending time with people important to them was enough to convey tranquility. Jungkook, in particular, stood out for how he appeared, relaxed, smiling, and completely focused on enjoying his friend's concert. Jungkook looked happy, and that happiness was evident in every gesture. His eyes sparkled as he watched the stage, and his genuine smile reflected the moment he was experiencing. There was no tension in his expression, only enjoyment and peace. Seeing him like this made it clear how much he had been missed. His well-being felt like something shared, because when Jungkook is doing well, it's contagious. His smile, along with his dimples, reminded us once again why his cuteness is so special and why so many people feel such deep affection for him. The way Jungkook was dressed and the way he walked as he left the venue also drew attention. His presence was firm, calm, and confident. Jungkook has a natural way of being that combines tenderness and self-assurance, and that was clear at that moment. The way he moved and carried himself conveyed confidence and maturity. That image made it clear that he is in a good place in his life, and that brings peace of mind to those who care about him. During the concert, Jungkook also showed his more human and approachable side once again. He was seen supporting one of his best friends, Mingyu, with respect and attention. That gesture reflects his kind heart and his sincere way of connecting with the people he cares about. Jungkook has always been known for being a present and understanding friend, and this time was no different. His support was quiet but clear, and that says a lot about who he is. In the middle of that moment, Jungkook could be seen taking some photos. From then on, many people began to think that those photos might be related to Taehyung. Although there's no confirmation, these thoughts stem from the connection that has always been felt between them. Taehyung and Jungkook share a bond that is palpable even when they're not physically together. That relationship is evident in the details, in their gestures, and in the way they both experience important moments. Seeing Jungkook again after so long was a source of joy. Seeing him healthy, calm, and enjoying his time was enough to bring relief. The same is true every time we see Taehyung. They both exude stability when they appear, and that has a real impact. Even though Taekook isn't always in front of the cameras at the same time, their connection remains. Just seeing them separately is enough to understand how much they miss each other and how much we miss them. Taehyung and Jungkook are deeply loved because they represent something genuine. Seeing them happy, enjoying their time, and nurturing their relationships is all many people need. Their bond is evident in their calmness, their respect, and the way they move forward together. Taekook continues to be a place of support and affection. We love you so much, Jungkook and Taehyung, and we miss you more than simple words can express. It's January 27th, a date that over the years has become marked by significant moments in Taehyung and Jungkook's history. These aren't isolated events, but rather memories that resonate throughout time, and when viewed together, they form a clear thread of shared emotions. In 2016, Taehyung posted his version of How I'm Supposed to Live Without You on Fan Cafe, a song about the difficulty of moving on when someone important is no longer around. That same day, Jungkook shared a preview of his version of Nothing Like Us, a song that expresses profound feelings about a relationship that leaves a lasting impression. From that moment on, they both seemed to express the same thing from different perspectives, using music as the most honest way to show what they felt. The song Nothing Like Us took on a special meaning again when Jungkook sang it during an interview. As he sang, he looked at Taehyung with an expression full of affection and emotion. It wasn't a cold or distant performance, but a sincere moment that felt real. Taehyung responded with a shy, gentle, and calm smile, making it clear that he perfectly understood what Jungkook was expressing. Later, at Bon Voyage, Jungkook sang that same song again, sitting in front of Taehyung's door. It was a quiet yet powerful moment, his emotion evident in his voice and his gaze fixed on the door. At that moment, the staff intervened, preventing Jungkook from going to Taehyung, marking a separation that was difficult and painful to witness. On January 26, 2018, Taehyung and Jungkook were seen on a date in Namsan, at a hotel located a few minutes from where they were staying. This hotel requires advance reservations, and only those who plan their visit in advance can dine there. It is a popular spot for dates, weddings, and other important occasions. Jungkook recorded their date with a camera, a simple gesture that showed how precious the time together was. There, they spent a private moment away from prying eyes, sharing a peaceful and special experience. Taekook has always presented themselves as a reserved yet present couple, always looking for ways to spend time together and create memories, just as Jungkook once said, "There's always a way." On January 26, 2020, Taehyung and Jungkook once again drew attention during the Grammys. That night, they appeared very close, attentive to one another, sharing gestures that reflected trust and affection. Their connection was so evident that even those around them began to notice their closeness. The day before, on January 25, Taehyung shared "Sleeping Next to Me," a song in which he revealed that they shared the same room and the same bed. It was a direct and quiet statement, showcasing a relationship based on closeness, care, and the habit of being together. 2 years later, on January 26, 2022, Taehyung and Jungkook once again openly displayed their connection in a video posted by Jungkook, exchanging affectionate messages that many people saw. An hour before that day began, Taehyung shared a snippet of a song that said, "I see you smile, I smile too. I see you cry, I cry too." That phrase clearly summarizes their relationship, supporting each other, seeing themselves reflected in one another, and sharing both happy and difficult moments. Over the years, Taekook has demonstrated a constant connection, built over time, with gestures and sincere emotions that don't need complicated explanations to be understood. Seeing Taehyung and Jungkook together is not only interesting, but it also makes it easy to notice the special connection between them. When they're close, their behavior changes noticeably. They pay attention to each other, seek each other's gaze, and seem comfortable sharing the same space. Body language is a very clear way to understand how people relate, and in their case, their gestures speak volumes. Touching each other for no apparent reason, laughing together, or moving naturally while dancing are actions that demonstrate closeness and trust. These behaviors don't appear just once, but are repeated over time, reinforcing the idea of a constant and deep bond. Over the years, this relationship has been reflected in moments that many people have witnessed. One such instance occurred on January 26, 2022, when they interacted publicly in the comments section of Jungkook's boxing video. In that space, they exchanged affectionate messages that drew attention for their warm and sincere tone. That same day, hours earlier, Taehyung shared a snippet of a song with a very clear line, "I see you smile, I smile too. I see you cry, I cry too." These words perfectly summarize what one perceives between them, a relationship based on supporting each other, feeling together, and being present in both good times and bad. The connection between Taehyung and Jungkook wasn't formed overnight. It has been built over time, through repeated gestures and shared experiences. There's no need to look for hidden meanings to understand what happens between them. It's enough to observe how they look at each other, how they approach each other even without speaking, and how they seem to find peace when they are together. This way of relating demonstrates a trust that has strengthened over the years and remains stable. It's a relationship that is easily understood because it is expressed clearly and consistently. Although sometimes the details may seem small, the way they treat each other doesn't go unnoticed. Jungkook and Taehyung behave naturally, their attitudes unchanged by the place or time. Their glances, gentle gestures, and the way they seek each other out reveal a genuine closeness. There are no signs of discomfort or distance, on the contrary, being together feels familiar and safe. This comfort is an important part of their relationship and helps explain why their connection is so recognizable. Ultimately, Taehyung and Jungkook's relationship is built on visible and repeated actions over time. Many people may have different opinions, but what is clear is that the special attention they give each other, their mutual care, and the way they support one another are not the same with other people. Taekook represents a relationship built on simple gestures, shared emotions, and constant presence. It doesn't need complex explanations because it is understood through clear actions and feelings expressed without words.